everyone. Welcome to another episode of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Ebony Jimerson. This past month, our school district has experienced a lot of activity. Student opportunity abounds. We'll spotlight just a few of the more notable events that have recently taken place. First up, we'll stop in Keith Valley and catch a glimpse of their Veterans Day breakfast. Students organized this annual event to show their support and give respect to veterans in the community. Take a look.
You didn't do it for selfish gain. I don't believe not one of you in this place today decided to do it for your own personal gain. But you signed your name on the dotted line because you wanted to make a difference. You wanted to make a difference not just for your family, but families across this nation.
It is very important that we recognize all of our veterans that have served our nation, but I think that we have a responsibility also to support them in Washington and in Harrisburg, and making sure that when they come back, that our veterans have health care, that they have jobs, and that they have educational benefits awaiting them. And I know myself and Representative Stevens will continue to work towards that end in Harrisburg. So thank you very much. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless the men and women that serve our nation in the military. Thank you.
Having our students today interacting more and learning more from the veterans that we have. I think it's so important for them to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly about military service. And I think most of you will agree. There's a lot of good, some bad, and oftentimes, unfortunately, a lot that's ugly about it. But in the end, I do think it's so important that you share your experiences with the students that are here, and this is a great opportunity to do so. So I have the honor and privilege of serving in the democracy that you all fought for, and I can't thank you enough for this great honor and opportunity and privilege to serve in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all you've done for our nation and for our democracy. And may God bless each one of you, and may God bless all those who continue to serve and those who have served this great country. God bless America. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name's Jim Yaya. I'm a teacher here at Keith Valley. I've been here for 18 years at Keith Valley Middle School, teach American history. Formerly Navy Seabee for 7 years active. Then I went in the Pennsylvania National Guard. I was an infantry officer, and then I went to the Air Guard, Pennsylvania Air Guard, and I was asked to help put together this Veterans Day breakfast. Mr. Crosby started it out, and this is about the 7th year, I guess, and I was always the shadows helping out behind the scenes. Since he retired, he asked me to help out, and we had a really good turnout this year. We had over 120 veterans here and their families, and it was nice to see the guys from all different branches and all different eras of the military. We still have some World War II vets here. They seem hearty and hale, and they have a lot of great stories. It's great to see the young kids interacting with the older people. I think that's how history continues on. I'd like to thank the principals who gave us the opportunity to do this. The student council came up with all the money to pay for the food. This is becoming an event that everybody looks forward to, and it's a real credit to the school district and to Keith Valley and to the people that work here to really keep this thing going. So I appreciate everything, and hopefully next year it'll even be better.
Thank you for making your selfless acts a part of the fiber and the fabric of this nation. I say to you that many of you left your own families, you left your young brides, your young babies at home to think about the needs of others, and I say thank you for that. Today, it's not about my story, it's about what you have done in order to make a difference in this community. So I want to say to the young people who are here today, you have your own superheroes right in this room. You don't need to see someone with an S on their chest. You don't need someone that has those superficial powers, but we have our own supermen and superwomen right in this room today. People who have done things that are beyond the scope of our imagination. Some people who almost didn't make it back home, but they're here today.
We promised our mothers we'd write, and we would all go down together. We said Remember, Charlie, remember.
The Veterans Day Breakfast is a great way for students to demonstrate their appreciation of the sacrifices made by American veterans throughout history. From their emotional responses, I'm sure all veterans in attendance were grateful for the acknowledgement. At our elementary level, students at Hallowell held their Race for Education. This event is meant to help raise funds for Hallowell to aid in purchasing learning tools and take students on a field trip, as well as promote fitness.
Well, it is our second Race for Education, and the kids send out mailers to their family and friends, and they try to raise money for the school. They're saying come out and support them as they run this race to raise money for Hallowell. The whole school's involved from kindergarten to 5th grade. We don't have a big area, so we stagger the times. Right now, it's 2nd and 3rd grade running. And next hour will be the next 2 grades, and then the afternoon we'll have the older kids. Well, each year, gas prices going up. We don't have money for field trips like we usually do, so, we need money for those things. And also, technology is big, so we need to keep up with technology and make sure the kids are ready for the future. Last year we had a great turnout, and again this year we had a great turnout. The kids are all excited. One of our teachers brings his Eagles van and plays music, and the kids get all jazzed up for it and are really into it.
Hallowell is constantly innovative and determined to provide the best education and environment for its students. Simultaneously, raising money and encouraging a healthy lifestyle is just another example at work. Moving up to the high school, students had a chance to visit the college fair held in the gym. Over 100 colleges and universities were present, offering students the chance to ask questions and perhaps narrow their search for a school.
We had 76 institutions actually respond back. Of them, we have colleges, universities, community colleges, again, trade schools, technical schools, things like that, as well as the military branches. We also wanted to really tie in our VOTEC program and really show the students that you may go to VOTEC for 2 years during high school, but it absolutely links to some type of post-secondary plans, whether that be a culinary school, whether that be a beauty school, or that could be community college, four-year college, university as well.
We offer 14 different programs of study, from allied health down to welding technology. We're a hands-on school for juniors and seniors in high school, and we serve all of the high schools in eastern Montgomery County, of which Hatboro-Horsham is one of them. So what's such a great opportunity about this career fair is that students in 9th, 10th, and 11th are all coming here. You can come to Eastern as a junior or a senior, so that's our target market. We want you to know that there is another option.
As a junior and senior now, especially, I'm looking at the colleges and looking at what they have to offer. So they're definitely really helpful now that I'm an upperclassman. I'm asking them what they have to offer, the undergraduate programs, about financial aid, just stuff that, like, how that's been the reception of the college has been. I'm asking really good questions that will help me to make a decision about what I want to do.
We really feel like it lays the groundwork for being prepared junior and senior year to do that college search, to learn to ask the questions and to get an idea of what the schools are about, and that every school is different, and that finding that school that's their niche, it's a fit for them.
I think just figuring out what type of environment you're looking for. Are you looking to be in a big city? Are you looking to be in a small city or in the outskirts of a city? There's tons of choices, so visiting, it's one of the best ways to find out if a school's a good fit for you. One of the best visits I recommend is the overnights or shadow programs where you can come and stay on campus for a longer period of time so that you get a really, really accurate feel of what the school's all about.
So if you want to come and visit, it's a good day. It's usually between 9 and about 2, 3 o'clock. And it's an overview. There's a session about admissions, study abroad, financial aid, everything. And there's free breakfast and lunch.
I have a more complete understanding of how the college application process works now. And so it's funny because I've already submitted a lot of my applications already. So whereas earlier when I was an underclassman, I was just asking about general questions about what the colleges were and what majors they offered. And now I'm asking really specific questions about particular programs that I'm applying to and deadlines and, you know, particular requirements and that sort of thing. So I have a more complete understanding of how the college application process works now.
We're definitely going to stay with this model of doing a fair in the fall and a fair in the spring. And this way, again, two different reasons. A fall, I think, is definitely always freshman, sophomore getting information, but seniors networking. And then when it comes to the spring fair, I think that's something that we do for heavy hitting for juniors now that they're starting that whole cycle, getting applications out and doing their applying.
It's a positive experience having all these colleges come out and just have everything in one place, because some people might not have internet access, may not have, so it's just a great opportunity to have people get more involved in the colleges and stuff. So it's a positive all around.
With the ever-rising costs of tuition and the importance of a degree, it is vital to begin planning for a college and understanding the application process as early as possible. From all the inquiry and excitement, it seems that many students are already focused on finding the best secondary education fit for them. There were also students who have recently accepted athletic scholarships to play at the college level. This season, there were 3 students who were honored with scholarships for their abilities in baseball and lacrosse. They held a press conference to officially accept their scholarships and talk a little about their history as HH athletes.
First off, welcome to everyone. Today's a big day. We're here for Zach and Ryan, and obviously also for their families. They've worked very hard to get to a point in their lives, not only academically and athletically, but as good community members in good standing. One thing I can say from these 2 young men, they're truly a product of their families, that they're community-oriented people that work very hard. So we're very proud of that here at Hatboro-Horsham. So from the school district, from Hatboro-Horsham Athletic Department, from the high school, congratulations, guys. Nice job.
Thank you.
We'll start over here with Zach. Zach is committed to Seton Hall, which, you know, kudos. He's had a big year. I'm very happy because these 2 sit here together, and they were really part of the huge success of the baseball team last year. And we've been waiting for them to jump through and bust through, and they have. And I'm very proud of the baseball program. And these 2 are probably the centerpiece to that program. So congratulations for that. Moving forward, Mr. Williams.
It means so much for us to sit here. And I went back and did some research. We have actually had 80 Division I and Division II athletes over the last 7 years, okay, over the last 7 years. But realize that that's not just based on athletic talent. There's a lot more money out there academically than there is athletically. And what I'm hoping that you understand and see here is that I can't think back over those 80 and really think back to students who they didn't do so well academically. These 2 young men, 3.4 GPAs, an honors level, and advanced placement level courses. So not only are they taking care of business on the field and on the court, they take care of business in the classroom too. And that's what we expect, that's what we look for, that's what we want. And at the next level, at the college level, that's what they expect as well. They don't just give away money for them to play sports and sit in the class and sit at home in their dorms. They're expected to perform in the classroom as well. So kudos to you guys for taking care of it on both ends of the spectrum, and truly representing what Hatboro-Horsham is all about. So congratulations to you, congratulations to your family. You got some work to do in the spring, but congratulations. All right.
One of the other things I'm very proud about with Ryan is Ryan is really one of our last three athlete stars. And that's very important at a school the size of Hatboro-Horsham. We need to share our athletes. And thankfully, we've shared Ryan in 3 different areas, and he's been extremely successful. I think had he honed in on one sport, he could have played at any level at any one of the sports. Fortunately, he played all 3 and got what he wanted anyhow. I think we need more of that here. So Ryan, for that, I am grateful as an athletic director. Thank you very much.
I think Mr. Williams kind of stole some of my thunder there. The student athletic part of what these guys have done is tremendous. They put themselves in a position to play in college because of what they did in the classroom first, and then what they did on the field second. On top of that, the support that you've had from your families, the fact that they've given you the leeway to make some of your own decisions, and that you've taken the initiative to go out, find what you want, and land at a spot where you want to be. That's impressive, and it's a key part of becoming a college athlete. I did some research as well, and with our baseball program, Ryan and Zach become the 32nd and 33rd collegiate baseball players since 2002, the 12th and 13th Division I baseball players. I'll tell you that I don't think we're done. I think the class that we have this year is going to have more guys adding to those total numbers, but you guys should be awfully proud. And I think as you look out here and you see how many people we have here today supporting you, that's pretty impressive as well. There's one more number I want you to think about, though, and that number's 2. 2 championships, 2 years. I'm putting it on you guys, and I'm putting it on the other guys that are out there. That's our goal. We're not done yet. Done a lot of great things. Take your time to celebrate. Rye, you got a big winter season ahead of you. Your focus is on basketball. And then I expect you 2 guys to be our 2 leaders come the springtime and go out and compete for another championship this spring. Thank you to all you've done. Thank you to your parents for the support you've given to the program. And congratulations, guys.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for coming, first of all. I've been watching Ryan and Zach playing since they were 7 years old through the Horsham Little Leagues and the different Little Leagues. They've had great coaching all the way up. Coach Moore, Coach Hooker, Coach Bailey, all the way through. Good programs, both good kids, both great kids. And it's just been exciting to watch them develop and just become better ball players and better human beings.
Thanks to everybody for coming out, supporting Zach and of course Ryan, and it's just something that you dream about, and I guess dreams do come true, right, Zach?
Zach, now you're up.
Thanks for coming out, everyone. I just want to say thank you to all my coaches, my parents, of course, God for giving me the talent, and the work ethic. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Thanks again, 3rd time. Thank you all for coming out. I love seeing all you guys. I'm personally going to miss all of you when you graduate. This has been a lot of fun, this process, and we're really, really proud of Ryan and what he's accomplished, and Zach as well. And one more season to get another win would be great.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Thanks for everybody coming out. This is kind of special for me. I was lucky enough to coach Zach and Ryan for 3 or 4 years of travel. We made a nice trip to Cooperstown with these guys, and it's really been a lot of fun watching them grow and develop from the time they started out as little T-ball players at the Horsham Little League to watching them compete for a state championship last year, and how much fun that was last spring. So thank you very much.
First off, obviously thank everyone for coming. First I have to thank my parents just for always pushing me and being there for me. all my coaches all the way through, Coach Bales, Coach Hooker, Coach Moore, Noga, Goody. All you guys are great. Thank you for everything you've done. All the players that I played with over the years, Crooks, OD, Kyle, thank you so much. And that's about it. Well, I feel like baseball has been like that sport where I've always excelled more naturally. And, you know, I started golf first, but baseball was always the most fun. I always had the most success with it, and that's what I see myself doing in the future, so that's what I wanted to go with. Oh, just awesome. You know, 4 years of playing sports, getting to know all my new friends and all my great coaches.
Early in my life, I used to play all 3 sports, but later I figured out that baseball was definitely my best sport. And I love competing both on the mound and at the plate. It's kind of like a chess match out there, you know. You always got to see what the other team's doing. So, Seton Hall I really like the program. They got a really deep pitching staff with Coach Kandari up there. He's really done a great job for the last couple years. And Big East baseball, there's a lot of energy. You got to bring it every day, or you're gonna get beaten. It's been great. I mean, for the best years of my life, I'd probably say definitely gonna have memories that I'll remember forever. Friends that I'll definitely stay in touch with throughout college and beyond.
Thank you very much for coming out, and just a couple words on Jim's behalf. Give a little background about how I know Jim Murphy. I knew Jimmy since a young camper, all the way back during our summer camps, and back in the day, me and Coach Sowers used to look out the 7th and 8th graders, if he remembers, and we used to look at these guys and go, he's going to help us someday, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. And we're having a conversation with a couple of the kids, and they go, got to watch out for that Jimmy Murphy kid, and I'm like, that skinny kid with the funny socks? And tell you what he did. His freshman year in 2010, he came out and he played defensive midfielder. I don't know if you guys know what that is. That is the no-glory position on the lacrosse team. He worked his tail off. He played defensive midfielder, and then he started on the varsity level of that team. We were a state playback qualifier that year. And then from that point on, he was a program kid. He committed to the weight room. He committed to speed training. He committed to a stick, both in season and out of season. By his junior year, he went from a defensive midfielder to an offensive threat, and that's where he stands now. He was first team All-League, gets accolades all over the league. For everything he did, he worked for it. So he's a model program player. So again, Jimmy, Mom and Dad especially, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jimmy, you are exactly what we talk about. Work hard and good things will happen. And that's life. You know, and that's why you're going to be successful in life. We stand before you right now, okay? It's not going to be any different for you in life, okay? You work hard, good things happen. You know, Coach Keurig and I, we get to kind of look with the summer camp at kids coming up. There was always something there, and it was always right here for you, your heart. And no matter what size, it didn't matter. It was the size of your heart. And so I'm just privileged, as I know Coach Keurig, you know, to know you, to watch you grow into the man you are today. And to Mom and Dad, supportive parents, this is what you get. And so congratulations to you all. And nice job, dude. Thank you.
I appreciate everybody being here. And like I said, Jimmy's he's a good kid. You know, and he does work hard. He does commit himself, and I'm glad you see it like I do. We appreciate everything. The coaches that gave him a chance and helped him, and will help him. We appreciate it. Thank you.
I just want to thank all the coaches we have a group of coaches that instill the same values that we do and try to do with our Jimmy, is hard work, do what needs to get done in school, and be a good kid. So thank you for supporting how we raise them, because it's a family here of keeping these kids on the positive move upwards. So thank you.
There's one word that I can describe Jimmy Murphy. It's fearless. And I'd like to share, there's many stories about Jimmy Murphy. One quick story I'd like to share. sophomore year, he was a varsity football player as a sophomore, and he was running scout team during practice and playing running back. We handed the ball. Chris Black, remember Chris Black and Dom DeFi, they tackle. Okay, all of a sudden, a cloud of dust comes up on the practice field. Jimmy Murphy disappears. Coach Romali walks up and goes, "Is everybody alive?" And we didn't know where Jimmy was. So, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm like quivering, saying, oh my gosh, this is something seriously wrong. Everybody goes up, he comes up, starts laughing, spikes the ball down, gets back and goes, I'm having fun, coach. This is great. But that's and there's a lot of great stories about Jimmy Murphy. I mean, he's a wonderful kid, but if I could describe him in one word, it's fearless. So congratulations.
Thank you. I can tell you that I don't think there's been 4 years when I've seen him in the hallway and he's not smiling. He's always a happy kid. I say this every year pretty much when we have these kinds of events. These are the highlights. These are the things that you never forget. For all of our kids who are either in this position, and I see we have some, or some of our younger kids who aspire to be in this position, you need to realize and recognize, and you've heard me say it before, talent is worth nothing if you don't work hard. Hard work is better than talent whenever talent doesn't work hard, okay? It's not just what he's able to do on the field. There's a lot more academic money out there than there is athletic money. People don't realize that. So it's what you do in the classroom. The whole idea of being a student athlete, all right? You take what you do on the field seriously, but you take what you do in the classroom just as serious. So I think what we're here recognizing today is a well-rounded young man. And because of what he's been able to accomplish in the classroom and also on the field, he's going to school and he's going to get to do what he loves to do and have somebody pay him to do it. Not physically pay him, but pay for him. That's different. There's no coaches here, right? So I think recognizing what he's accomplished and the coaches who have helped to get him to this point, just congratulations to you. I'll be looking in the box scores to make sure everything's all good, and I'm a double X. Congratulations.
I'd like to thank all my friends, having fun, supporting me. I have to give a shout out to Pess and Mullen for, always being there and, just happy today. So thank you. Oh, and I'd like to thank my parents. I think that I excel across the best because in this sport, size doesn't matter, so I'm accepted more. Like in football, it's always looking for the bigger guys and all that. And in lacrosse, you can be fast, and I think I'm real fast. And, it's just fun because, I'm always just 11 guys out in the field, and we all have different positions. Like in football, we're all one. I like that too, but I like being able, important, everyone's important on the team for, your own single, position.
Congratulations to Jim, Zach, and Ryan on their well-earned scholarships, and thanks for their efforts in HH Athletics. Good luck to them in all of their college ventures. Blair Mill had an event over 20 years in the making, the opening of a time capsule sealed in 1989. Students who placed items in the capsule showed up for a reunion with past classmates and teachers and enjoyed warm reminiscences together.
when they did it, I thought it was a great idea, and thought I always wanted to be back here to see them open it. And finally, the day has come. And you know, just remember going through here. The school pretty much looks the same. Now I have 2 daughters that attend here, so I get to see the school a lot more regular. And I'm still looking for something with my name on it. I'm almost positive I had something in there, but I can't seem to find it.
Karen Crawford, and I taught here at Blair Mill for 31 years, and I've been retired for 8. This is such a wonderful experience to be here today. I had forgotten about this that I put in the time capsule, and I had my class over Thanksgiving invite, with the people that they were with at Thanksgiving dinner, they had to decide on 10 people that they would invite to a dinner party. And they also had to figure out how they were going to do it. Were they going to each pick a person, or were they going to do a consensus of the whole group? And now what the principal just mentioned to me is that they had such a good time seeing who the famous people were in 1989. And now they could have anybody throughout history, but I'm just amazed. In fact, I would like to look at this better to kind of remember the kids that I taught at that time. But anyway, it was a fun experience.
So now I'm here in front of the stuff that was in the time capsule, and I actually found a piece that was mine. By me, it's called Dinosaur World. I even drew a little illustration. And surprisingly enough, my handwriting, it probably looked better then than what it does now. And then also over here on the wall, I have pictures of me from the concert and everybody and all my classmates. And it's kind of embarrassing, but I will show you what I looked like back then. And I am the one in the back in the striped shirt. Yeah, I see a couple people here, a couple people I went to first grade with, and just seeing some old teachers. As a matter of fact, there is still a teacher that's here when I came here, and seeing a music teacher, Mrs. Robbins. I know she retired last year, but I saw her here, and there's a lot of familiar faces, and it's just funny to look back at the pictures and see different classmates that you haven't thought of in years, and just wondering what they're doing and what they're up to, and just things like that.
When I was in high school, our school was built new, and my name is in the time capsule there in the cornerstone. So that was my only experience with time capsules, but I firmly believe in them because you can't learn about the future until you know about your past.
Great to see how a person's early education can stick with them throughout adulthood and bring them together decades later to experience memories past and faces never forgotten. Hallowell Elementary School teamed up with the National Football League and the Philadelphia Eagles to help get its students in shape. Thanks to teachers Eric Glemser, Tammy Eldridge, and Nicole Miletto, Hallowell was able to receive a $10,000 grant to help receive equipment for a physical education program they run before school. All the kids were especially excited, as you will see.
I am thrilled, overjoyed
to announce that we are an NFL Play 60 Super School!
Hallowell Elementary School students gave a warm welcome for the Philadelphia Eagles and the NFL as they accepted a $10,000 grant as part of the NFL Play 60 program.
Ms. Miletto, Ms. Eldridge, and myself, we run a morning workout program from Wednesdays to Friday mornings from 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning from October to June. And last year we started with 13 students. This year we're up to 33. And it's getting bigger and bigger, so we wanted to get some funding so we could buy more equipment. We were named one of the 5 finalists, and we were really surprised. We were hoping. And when we got the email, I couldn't believe it. I even emailed them back to say, we really won? And they said, yeah. And then we've had some feedback from the NFL, back and forth conference call. It's been exciting.
Hallowell students were equally as excited because 5 of them got to ask Eagle players Trent Cole, D'Amico Ryans, and Dominic Rogers-Cromartie any question they wanted.
Our first student is first grader in Miss Carr's class, Wyatt Meekum. Let's put our hands together.
How do you learn all the patterns in place?
How do you learn all those patterns and plays?
It takes a lot of study. It takes a lot of study, and some things a lot of people don't know about NFL players. We have a lot of meeting time. So we have a lot of meetings with our coaches. We have to stay over and read our playbooks at night. When we leave work, we still have to read through our playbooks. So when game day comes, we're ready to go and we know exactly what to do. So it takes a lot of reading and a lot of study and a lot of extra studying on your own.
Emily Higgins.
What is your favorite fruit or vegetable to eat before the game?
What is your favorite fruit or vegetable to eat before each game?
Well, I like bananas would be my favorite fruit before the game. You gotta make sure you eat right before the game, because you want to make sure you have a lot of energy. So I can go perform on the game. So, when you get up in the morning, you gotta make sure you eat your Wheaties there. You gotta make sure you eat your favorite cereal, eat your favorite fruit you want, but you gotta make sure so you can start your day off strong and be ready to come to class and learn and everything. So make sure all y'all, and when you wake up in the morning, make sure you get your breakfast in and so you can have a great day.
Our next question comes from a 3rd grade student in Mrs. Arnez's class, Kevin Quigley. How does your team set goals? We're all about goal setting here at Hallowell.
We always set goals at the beginning of the season. You want to setting goals is where you want to be. You set a goal where you want to be at the end of the season. And for us, every year that goal is to be the best. So to be the best is to be a Super Bowl champion. So that's our goal every year, is to be a Super Bowl champion. Now to get there, there's some smaller goals that go under that. So you have to first, you have to win a certain amount of games. And first you have to win a certain amount of games, and with that you have to get into the playoffs. So the first goal before you get to the playoffs is, before you make the Super Bowl, you have to first get to the playoffs. So that's the first goal you set. Then after you make the playoffs, the last goal to accomplish that you set at the beginning of the season will be the Super Bowl. So you set smaller goals to accomplish your big goals.
Our next question comes from a 4th grade student in Mrs. Johnson's class, Sam Smith.
What makes a great teammate?
To be honest, I would say what makes a great teammate is guys like these 2 guys that stand beside me. One that's supportive, encouraging, going to do the right thing on and off the field, and always have a smile about themselves and the way they carry themselves around the locker room and just when nobody's looking. So I would just say Trent Cole and Nico Ryan are two guys that I look up to because they do the right thing all the time, and they're always encouraging. No matter what the situation is, they're always there for one another.
Last question comes from a 5th grade student in Mrs. Schrader's class, Elise Tucker.
What healthy habits does your team use to get ready to play each game?
Healthy habits that your team has to get ready to play each game.
Well, it kind of starts with, we play on Sundays. Everybody play on Sundays, but it starts on Monday. You got to build up to that day, to that moment. And that's where you got to come. You got to exercise. You got to make sure you're getting the right sleep. We got to make sure you're studying your plays and everything. And also just eating is the biggest part about it. You got to make sure you eat 3 times a day. And and you got to make sure you're ready for that moment on that day. Just like when you come, some of y'all don't play sports or anything, but you got to make sure you're doing the right things. Like say, getting up in the morning, make sure you take yourself, brush your teeth, and make sure you eat breakfast, and then you come to school and you get to learn and you eat lunch, and like I said, it's more of a you're preparing yourself for it every day. You got to prepare yourself for the next day.
After all the students had a chance to complete their questions, students participated in a variety of NFL-type exercises.
They gave us a little brochure with 5 stations that they want to run. They donated us some equipment already, plus the 10,000 that's coming. They gave us some dumbbells, and we did some toning with some exercises. They also wanted us to do sit-ups and push-ups, working on their core. They did a football relay. They gave us 15 footballs, I believe. So a little football relay, running and football, and they wanted to do a little running backs course. Some spins. They gave us some ideas, kind of do what they wanted to do there, and jump rope. Some of the fun exercises. And most of the students know how to do most of them, except for the running back relay. That was a little tricky, but we got it.
Got one more, y'all.
They're trying to promote, trying to promote good health, and the way to do that is with exercise. And like I said, you can't get nothing done sitting on your butt. That's just what it is, And I've always something I've been taught, you can't get nothing done sitting on your butt. And, getting kids moving and getting kids exercising, and, video games do keep kids inside. I think there's nothing wrong with playing video games, you know what I'm saying? But, the exercise needs to be there. It has to be there. It has to be in their routine every day, And a lot of kids, I try to, when I was out here, I try to talk to a lot of kids and try to influence kids that, like those couple little kids I've seen, and I tell them, I was like, hey, when you get up in the morning, do 20 setups and do like 10 push-ups. I was saying to the little kids, just trying to influence them to maybe get on the right track, and maybe just trying to promote and do whatever I can to promote good health and just to keep kids exercising. Like I said, Play 60's done a great job of what they're doing right now to get kids trying to promote good health.
It's important for the NFL that the kids really just get out and be active. 60 minutes a day. With the way that childhood obesity figures are going in the country, we really feel it's important that the league take strides to keep physical education in the schools.
Hallowell phys ed teacher, Eagles fan, and co-grant writer Eric Lemser expressed his gratitude to the Eagles and the NFL for their generous gift to Hallowell.
Just thanks. It's so professional. They've been so great. They're so nice. Everybody from the office staff that I've talked to, they've answered all our questions. I mean, it was just a great experience. Something I'll never forget. I know some of the students will never forget as long as they live.
The Hatboro-Horsham School District will also never forget this day because the NFL has agreed to give the Hatboro-Horsham School District an additional $10,000 when they write their next physical education grant. Thanks to dedicated teachers like Eric Limser, Tammy Eldridge, and Nicole Miletto, Hallowell students will reap the benefits of their efforts to enhance the health of their students today and years to come.
What a terrific event for the students, teachers, and staff at Hallowell Elementary School. $20,000 is needed for the Hatboro-Horsham School District and very much appreciated. That will do for this edition of News You Can Use. From everyone here at HHTV, happy holidays and see you next time.